Who believes social media marketing is important to their company's future? Who believes it's not? Okay, no one. Okay, right now, how many of you, how many things do you have on your social media to-do list? So 10, 20, 50, 100? If you're anything like most of the people in this room, there are so many things on your list, it gets not only difficult, but almost impossible to figure out what order to put them in, what to value any action at, or even where to begin. That will all change after you hear this next 10-minute presentation by Paul Colligan. Paul is going to talk to us about a system he created to help you with your social media marketing. Even if you're not doing social media, this unique approach will help you prioritize almost anything that you do. Paul is one of the most tenured Genius Network members we have, and it is a great resource for me and for all of my companies on podcasts, product launches, YouTube videos, and almost any other social media activity conducted on the internet. Paul's books are bestsellers. Paul's voice is broadcast quality, as you'll hear. Like, listen to how the way this dude sounds. And his mind is as sharp as they come. So get set for some great ideas on social media and project management. Paul's title is What's the Order of Your Deck? Please help me welcome my good friend, Paul Colligan. Thank you, sir.
Whose list is this? These are just all I have to do this week for my company, right? I mean, it's all there, and we've got checklists. We're doing it, right? Confused, overwhelmed? Raise your hand. There's a lot out there. What the heck do we do with all this? My question for you is, do you want to be effective, or do you want to be cute? Do you want to be effective, or do you want to be cute? Now, this is Max, okay? Max is my nephew. Max is cute. This is Max's 9th birthday party. You'll see the Darth Vader helmet, full embracing technology. You'll see the hammer of Thor, and you'll see the Captain America shield. Max wants it all, kind of like us in the room with our social media marketing. Now, the thing you don't see in this picture is, unfortunately, Max also had the Hulk gloves, but the Hulk gloves were so big, he couldn't put on the Hulk gloves and carry the hammer of Thor and the Super America shield. So even Max wasn't able to do it all. But to this, Max wasn't being effective, Max was being cute. A lot of us are doing that. In the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, the word priority came into the English language in the 1400s. It was singular. And the thing about this quote is basically the idea of priorities is a new concept. We used to have a priority. Now we have priorities. That's part of our problem. And then, of course, this whole idea, this whole concept is better summed up with the one thing: multitasking is a lie. We want to be all things to all people. We want to be Max, and it's not working. So there are 6 categories online in the areas of social media that you want to deal with. You will get a handout. Don't worry about that. We're going to go over the big 6. Number 1 is Facebook. Facebook, why? Your audience is already there. How do I find my audience online? They're on Facebook. 2 billion people on Facebook. The what is you can either buy their attention or you can earn their attention. Bam, you got your audience. That's why you do Facebook. Who? Anne Lamott. Anne Lamott, author. Who's ever read Bird by Bird? The essential book on writing. Anne Lamott, when you think about a writer on the internet, you think she has to have a blog, she has to have a newsletter, she has to have a podcast. Anne does Facebook, and Anne only does Facebook. Anne also was on TED this week, and she now talks about her friend, her BFF, Elon Musk. She's absolutely killing it on Facebook. If you want to make a Facebook marketer mad, show them Anne's numbers. YouTube. Why do we do YouTube? Because we don't tell now, we show. Sales letters are now video sales letters. Here's the deal. YouTube's the new search. You go to Google and you buy search, you're going to buy YouTube. You're not going to buy keywords anymore. The Squatty Potty. Who's seen the Squatty Potty video? You don't need to go to the website. You don't need to do social media. You don't need to do anything. You just need to see the Squatty Potty video because YouTube has absolutely killed it. The podcast. Why? Intimate, spam-free conversations away from the distractions. When they're there in front of their computer, they got 47 tabs open, things are beeping, different things are happening. When it's a podcast, they take you for a car ride, they take you for a run, they spend time with you while they're exercising, making the meal. That's why we podcast. You let them take you with them. That's the power of the podcast. Who? Joe Polish does it. I love marketing. Every day, Joe Polish, the I Love Marketing guy? I listen to this, I listen to this, I listen to this. Joe Polish took me with them. That's why we do podcasts. And the web is definitely the web is a huge part of social media. Why? Because you control the experience. This is huge. Man, you're on Facebook, you're in Zuck's territory. You're a podcast, you got to play by iTunes rules. On the website, you control the experience. This is tremendous. Better odds when you have a single choice. Amazon? Who follows Amazon on Twitter? Who does the Amazon podcast? Who watches the Amazon YouTube videos? None of us. Why? Because Amazon's killing it on the web. List building. List building is very, very important. Why? You could push as many messages as you want. They could visit your website once, they could visit your store once, but once they sign the loyalty card, now we can start getting them messages, as many messages as we want. And here's the deal. Joe asked how many people are on social media? How many people are on email? Everybody in the room. How many people are on phone? Everybody in the room. This is why list building is the most important social, the biggest social network out there. Mike Koenigs. Mike is a dear friend, past coworker, collaborator. Yet every time I get an email from Mike, I still want to buy something from him. You know, who's like that? You know, Mike can give it to you for free here in this room. But yet Mike's emails are so good and Mike's follow-up is so good, that's why we do that. And then, of course, there's Platform X. Paul, what about, somebody brought up Instagram. You know, what about Snapchat? What about new Platform X? There are a lot of Platform X's out here. And although they might not have the numbers of other people, the thing about Platform X that's really, really important is certain platforms own certain audiences. You want millennials, you get on Snapchat. You want workout people, people in the bodybuilding world, you go to Instagram. You leverage their work for your message. They've already collected everybody. Zuck has collected the world. Nice job, leverage that. But when you go to Platform X, leverage their work to get out your message. Adi, I've never met her yet. She's a Genius Network member. I've done a little bit of work for her. She is killing it. If you go to Instagram.com/workingagainstgravity, she's killing it. Most of their sales come from Instagram. It's absolutely amazing. She's doing phenomenally well Instagram. So those are the big six. If you go to paulcolligan.com/deck, I've got a link to the six. I've got a link to a bunch of other things. I will show this link again. Don't worry about it. But I just want to put this up there. Now, most of us want to do it all. Oh, man. I saw all six of those things. I want to control the experience, and I want to show videos on YouTube, and I want to do Facebook, and I want to do what Adi's doing on Instagram. Here's the problem. We try to do it all. What happens when we try to do it all? We fail, okay? Most of us think the strategy is all, but what ends up happening is, you know, we got the mentality of a 9-year-old boy. And he's cute, and he's cool, and I go hiking with Max, and man, when Batman Lego movie came out, I took Max. That's what a good uncle does. But Max isn't a good internet marketer. Now, Max, funny enough, does have a YouTube channel. Don't be Max. Promise me? Raise your right hand. I will not be Max. Okay? So, Head and Shoulders. Dating myself a little bit, but remember this commercial? You never have a second chance to make a first impression. This is what we're doing online these days. We got one chance. We confuse people into paralysis. We get messages like this. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast so that you can learn to come to my website, to watch my Instagram feed, to comment and share with your friends so I can get your email address, to be sure that you're on Facebook so I can tell you about my YouTube videos. Right? We try this. It's absolutely ridiculous, okay? Let's stop doing that. What do? Stop being Max. Solution? What's the solution? Because I can hang up. It can be a 5-minute talk if you don't want the solution. Yeah, we want a solution. So the thing you have to ask yourself is, which of the big six is the first? Okay? And you put that at the top of the deck. Think of each one of these terms as a card. What's on top? Put that on the top of the deck. Effective. Not cool. Now, you might throw something out. You might realize, you know what? I don't need Platform X. I don't need YouTube. I don't need this. There are people who do more. Anne Lamott doesn't need anything but Facebook. So in this deck process, you might actually throw out a couple of these. Then the other cards are below. It's not a table where you have all your cards on the same table. It's a deck of cards. It's a stack of cards. The ones below serve the other cards. List building first. Is that the top of your list? Then social builds your list. YouTube first? Then don't tell people to go to Facebook to watch your videos. If you want visits to your site, you don't want likes from Instagram. You want clicks from Instagram. Okay, everybody open your envelopes. Underneath the coffee cup mug on this, everybody has an envelope. Guess what? You've got the 6 cards, okay? You can stack your deck right now. I want you to grab this, pick what's on top, maybe throw one out. I want you to order your deck. You want to see some deck ordering in action? Who wants to see some deck ordering in action? Platform X at the top. Supermarket Talk, our own Noah. See, he was doing podcasts, he was doing YouTube, but he was doing it because it was cool. But you know what's happened over the last couple days? He's realized The supermarket talk in these videos are about bringing people into the store. And he's changing things to make that happen. Allison, list building at the top. Allison has a fabulous show. Look at this, 46,000 views of the show. This episode, she's killing it. But the thing was, the show was standing by itself. Now in the show, she says, download my free worksheet. She's now changed her show to a list building tool because list building is at the top of the deck. What's at the top of the deck? You put the web at the top, you know what happens? You get this. I Love Marketing, episode 249. When I think of I Love Marketing, I think of how to use the Vasper machine so I can experience optimal health and superior function. I mean, right? That is the epitome of marketing, right? You do that over and over again. You rinse and repeat. I just passed my 10 minutes, so here's the deal. Instead of clapping, I want you to figure out the cards, pick your number 1, put that at the top of the deck, and promise me tonight, before you go to bed, you order your stack. Thank you.